Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. This is now the second episode of Trying to Top. Last week we came fifth at locals. It's quite fun. Didn't pull nothing from our prize packs and entry packs. So we had a budget of £15 this week to make our deck better. So I'll show you what I bought and the reasons why. So I bought 3 Gadala, the Wind Kaiju. This is really good against Kashtira. We need something for Kashtira and like boss monsters like Barone and stuff like that. And Shangri-La. So I bought 6 Kaijus. Yeah, really cheap. These are out the Trap Trick structure deck. These need to be like, we need some side deck stuff because I found last week that the side deck was like where we won a lost game. So these were like cheap options to tribute over like Kaijus and tribute over like Kashtira, sorry, not Kaijus, Barone, problematic monsters, stuff we can't out like Dragoon for branded and stuff. So these for the side decks, I thought these were like really good. Then I one Dweller for the extra deck because tier elements is still a thing. Random road decks that are graveyard reliant. So yeah. 1 Tornado Dragon to pop our back row. I thought that Time Pengraph, like there'd be times where if you didn't have access to Pendulum Sorcerer, your board was just Time Star Pass. So this is another way to pop the Time Pengraph. So yeah. 1 Dark Rebellion to OTK our opponent. You know, if they got a monster attack mode, you could just make it with 2 Dark Spellcasters, Pendulums, and then just OTK them. For links, we didn't have any link monsters last time, so one of the cheap options was 1 Clock Taker. I think it was like 30p. We just need a link monster for our extra deck, and then along with Decode Talker and Decode Talker Inverted. For 2017 Magicians was Decode Talker. We had played this in 2017 Magicians. So yeah, this is really insane, and this card's insane too. From what synchros, Supreme King Dragon Clearwing. This is basically like a Regeki for face-up opponent's monsters. So also on the right-hand side there'll be a how much this all cost and stuff. So yeah, this was like I think about £8. So yeah. And for the others, I bought 1 Baguska because this card's actually insane and we can make it easy in this deck. If you slap it on the board against like Branded or Sword Soul or Flundereese or even like Kashtira, it's a problem backed up with Time Pengraph. 1 Cyframe Lord Omega because getting hand knowledge of your opponent is crucial. So if you make this and then you rip a card out of your opponent's hand, you can find out what they're playing, and that makes it a lot easier. So if you go like if you're against Terra Elements, like if there's Terra Elements still around about, you can make Dweller and then have Time Pengraph backed up. And then found these for like £2. 3 D-Barrier. D-Barrier is really insane in this format with Pearly coming into format, Super Heavy Samurai, Kashtira, Sword Soul, Branded Despia. This is a win con. Even against Pendulums, like there's like this card's insane. So on the right hand side of the screen there will be a how much all this costs as well. So I think we were under, I think it was 14 between, it was like 4. I'll have to do the maths. How much actually cost will be on the screen as well now. So so yeah, all right guys. Now we're going to get into deck building and do the deck profile. See you in the next clip. All right everyone, this is my deck profile for the winner box that we are playing on Sunday. I'll get into the ratios. On the screen right now you can see the deck we had last week, basically Time Star Pass with Time Pengraph, and we came 5th. So hopefully we can get a win this week. That'll be nice, and that'll be in the goal section of what we're trying to achieve over the series, and we've got a goal for this episode, so that'll be after the deck profile. So I'll get into the deck profile and what I've changed, and explain why I'm playing what I am for some of the stuff. 3 Joker searches the entire deck. 3 Harmonizing Summons Magician from deck to get your Synchro XE plays going. 3 Oath Dragon to add back the Magicians from extra deck, like Harmonizing. 3 Double Iris to get the Pengraphs. 3 Wisdom Eye, Insane. 3 Celestial. So if you have a Mega, when a Mega comes back and you normal summon this, and you have like Pencool, you can activate this effect, and your opponent wants to activate monster effects. So you can like freely Pencool, pour a poison to out Floodgates. 3 Black Fang Magician for utility, pretty standard. In this version anyway. Once we get more stuff, the numbers will probably come down. 2 Perform Power Pendulum Sorcerer to pop double iris to get the Pengraphs, and the one change I have made is 2 White Wing Magician. I think having an extra tuner and making it rank 4 turbo is pretty good. So yeah. For the spells, 3 Dorse Alliance, 3 Pencool. So 1 Star Pengraph, 1 Time Pengraph. I've reduced these numbers down at the moment because I was going to play turn 2, but I've decided to make the card deck 40 and play 3 D-Barrier. The reason is because sometimes this card's insane against like Branded, Pearly, Super Heavy Samurai, Cash Tier in some instances, and sometimes you won't always get to Time Pengraph, so this is like really insane to open. It's really insane going first, and then you OTK your opponent go on our turn. For the side deck, 1 Dragon Pit for back row decks, 1 Dragon Pulse to get rid of problematic Floodgates. The MVP of last episode, 3 Timebreaker. This card's insane. Just gets rid of monsters off the board. 1 White Wing Magician, filler. 1 Astrograph, filler. I might try and main deck this in future episodes. The second Star and Time Pengraph. These go in if if D-Bar is really bad in a matchup, like against like Labyrinth or something like that, and then it just becomes that. And then 3 Kumungus and 3 Gadala for Cash Tier and any problematic monsters. Extra deck, Link Monsters, 1 Underclock Taker, finally got a Link 2, 1 Decode and Decode Talker Inverted. Really insane. Also, if they have like Cosmic, this is a funny interaction. You have a monster underneath Decode Talker, because Decode Talker protects a targeted card you control. You could actually send the monster you control to the graveyard to negate the Cosmic or something like that. It's a neat interaction. 3 Time Star, really insane. 1 Bagooska, this card's actually insane. I think next episode I'm going to try and get another one. It's good against like Soul, Cashtera, Branded, and just really insane with the Time Pengraph. 1 Tornado Dragon to out back row and pop our Double Iris Magician. 1 Dweller for graveyard decks. 1 Supreme King Dark Rebellion for OTKs. 3 Enlightenment Paladin still. This card's actually insane. 1 Omega to get hand knowledge of our opponent, and then we can, with our other 2 monsters on board, we can find out what we want to make. Like, for example, if against Tier Elements, make Dweller. For against Flundereese, we make Bagooska, Shram, stuff like that. And 1 Clear Wing to get our opponent's board. Alright guys, that has been the deck profile. Now, the next video, part will be goals for the episode and series. So thank you for watching, and see you in the next clip. Hi everyone, welcome back to trying to top the evolution of pendulums. This weekend I am going to a winner box on the Sunday. So I think for this episode, I think we should set our first goal, which is going to be try and win 1 game. And our prize, if we do that goal, will be a Perform Pal monkey board. I think our second goal of the series, so I think trading is going to be very valuable. So if we get 7 wins, our first 7 wins, that will unlock the trade goal. So I think that'll be really good to like open up our chances of getting stuff like Beyond the Pendulum and stuff like that. But I'm going to enjoy the series. You have seen the cards I've bought and the deck profile. So yeah, let's go to locals and try and win this winner box. Alright everyone, round 1 of the winner box. I placed White Wing and Scale just in case of Veiler and stuff. Pendulum summon 3. Activate Harmony Veilers. I go White Wing to stop the Veiler from targeting my thing, because White Wing stops a Dark Spellcaster monster I control from being targeted. So I make Times Tornado Dragon, try and pop my Double Iris and add the Pengraph, because I don't open up Pendulum Sorcerer, so add the Pengraph and then make Time Star here to search a Joker for follow-up. No, a normal summon Joker and then add Purple Poison, I believe, to activate and scale and get myself a double pop. And I have Tornado Dragon just to pop any back row he may do to my side of the field. You just read Time Star to see what it does. So he draws, and then he activates a Harpy's Feather Duster. I use a Time Star's effect to protect my Purple Poison. So I can Tornado Dragon, pop the Purple Poison, and then interrupt one of his monsters. So then he goes Leela, summon the Frost, Tornado, pop the Purple Poison, and the Leela. He has to have an extender to carry on, and then he just sets one and passes, so I draw. Activate Star Pengraph. And then I think about what I'm going to do. I activate Time Star effect to add... Where's my add Double Iris? I probably should have added Joker in this scenario, but I think I have Joker in hand anyway. Or I've top decked it. Just thinking what I want to do here. Just think about what the back row could be. I link into Decode Talker, and then normal summon the Joker, activate its effect to add a Wisdom Might to get my plays going. The reason I summoned Decode Talker was because Decode Talker stops your stuff from being targeted, so stuff like Veiler and Imperm is very good, and you just send the Joker. If they target the Joker from Decode's effect, then your effect still resolves, so yeah. And then I Pendulum Summon 2, activate Harmonizing's effect. Pendulum 3, activate Harmonizing's effect to summon a monster from deck, a magician from deck. So I summon Black Fang. I believe I make a Mega here. I could be wrong. I'm just thinking what I'm going to make. Yeah, I make a Mega. No Clear Wing to destroy the board, and I think this should exactly 8k. Then I make a Mega. So I think it's exactly 8k. Yeah, he scoops out game 2. He picks to go first. He does full combo Live Twin stuff, normal summon Leela, summon Frost, make the Link 2, make Leela, draw a card, draw into some hand traps, make the Link 4, secret password, add Frost, like 200, like every time I normal summon special summon, add 200, I take 200, he gets 200, sets 2 and passes, I draw, I just think what I'm going to do here. I've got a perfect hand. I think my hand's actually really insane. Normal summon Timebreaker, try and bait out the Link monster. Activate its effect, try and bait out pretty much, try and banish it. But he summons 2, destroys my Timebreaker and then draws a card. Then I go scale Oath Dragon. Then he cosmics it, activate Black Fang, Doors Alliance. I think I had Pencool here. I think I'd try and add Pencool. I think it's the only way I can get scales. And then Joel Lockbroods me. And I'm like, oh, okay, fair enough. Set a card as Pengraph. So I think the writing's on the wall anyway. And then he goes Trouble Sunny to banish a card and then get rid of my Time Pengraph. I probably should have... I think it's fine. I think I'm losing anyway. So he does full combo. He had the extender as well. So I think he makes... the Link 4, I've never seen that card before, so that was new to me. Summons that, and then pretty much OTKs me. Now going to game 3. I'm very wary of Droll, so I'm trying to play around it as best I can. So normal summon Joker is probably not the best way to play around Droll, but added Wisdom Eye. He changed Droll again, so I think we've got full scales here. Wisdom Eye and Timebreaker, activate effect of Wisdom Eye. I already have the Time Pengraph in hand because I've took out the 3D barrier for time Pengraph, just in case droll and stuff. Thinking about putting it back to 2 because of droll. Then I Pendulum summon 1/2 harmonizing effect. Evalers, I'm like, okay. Make Maguska pass. Because Life Twin have to have an extender, and I've got time Pengraph to out it. And then he top decks Harpy's Feather Duster, and I'm like, oh, okay, fair enough. And I do get a search off the Pengraph, so it's not too bad follow up. But normal summons goes to defense, and then he has the extender. So makes the rank level 2, carries on, pots my Baguska. Makes Trouble Sunny, pots adds my Joker, draws card, attacks, and makes the link 4 again. Then he has Light on Home for follow up. Oh no, yeah, you had to follow up, activate Sunny Snitch to get a card, draw a card, Star Pengraph, Oath Dragon, chains. Then he doesn't realise that Pengraph still triggers, so he still gets cards. Add Wisdom Eye. I think the other card is a Magician. Yeah, Wisdom Eye and Doors Alliance. If he has Ash, I just pretty much lose anyway. So I added, I think it was, no, Doors Alliance, Oath Dragon effect. I'm just trying to figure out, because I know what the Life Twin cards do. So then I add Wisdom Eye back. I just thinking what I'm going to do, and I Pendulum summon 2. Then I go into, just seeing if I side the card out. Time Star effect, search for Joker, I believe. And then normal summon the Joker to get Black Fang. I should have detached the double Iris instead of the Wisdom Eye. That's what cost me this game, because I would have had another rank 4 on board. I can't remember what I was going to go into, but for follow up, but I completely misplayed that. That's why I misplayed. But it was a good game overall. But I had the double Black Fang, and I realised, I don't have a Dark Spellcaster Engrave, so I was like, okay, that was my misplay. Go into battle. I should have made Dweller, that was it. Make Dweller for the Link 4. I should have made Dweller. I would have had another monster on board, made Dweller, attack into the, and set Pengraph. He has like really insane hand. Yeah, that's where I lost the game there pretty much. I send the time Pengraph, and then a normal summon Leela, special summon, make Sky Cavalry. But yeah, make Zeus, and then it's pretty much game. But yeah, it's a good game. Good game. Hi everyone, welcome back to the winner box. So we're playing against Branded Despia. They are doing Branded Despia things. Unfortunately, we don't have Ash for our deck yet, because we haven't pulled it yet or bought it yet. So yeah, that's pretty insane. Activates Branded Fusion. Does the Aluba play? Is it Aluba? I can't remember what that one is. But he's going to make Mirror Jade on his end board. Makes Mirror Jade kind of a problem a little bit. Got to play around the Mirror Jade, trying to think how to play around the Mirror Jade with my hand, but he summons Blazing Cartesia. Foolish Burial's the Tragedy. And so we're still trying to figure out how, still doing his branded combo. Summons, I can't think what that one's called. Foolish Burials. The Bysteel card. Sarania, as we draw for our turn. He branded Expulsions, the Dramaturge, and Tragedy to my side, so we got a free link material. Pencool, Wisdom Eye and Oath Dragon. So we unscreen the Fusion and the Dramaturge, normal summon Joker, add to effect, search Harmonizing, try and get decent follow up. As long as we get as many penned rank 4 level 4 monsters on the board, we can make Baguska. Use Mirror to banish the Underclock Taker. We scale Wisdom Eye and Oath Dragon, pen 5. So on White Wing, then we make Baguska with the Joker and White Wing to give us time to get advantage.
And then I make Omega just in case he outs the YUGIOH. Probably I shouldn't have made Omega. Probably should have made like Time Star or something. Just in case he has like Harpies going forward or something to protect my scales. But I realised Penkel was up, so pass it back to me. Wisdom Eye for double Iris. Double Iris add the Pengraph. I think I drew the Pengraph. So just read a Mirror Jade. Activate Star Pengraph. Make Decode Talker. Star Pengraph triggers to add us a Wisdom Eye. I'm going to do a Mega add back with Oath Dragon to add back Harmonizing. A Mega to put back Joker for resource. Pendulum Summon 3. Probably should Pendulum Summon 2. But I think I Pendulum Summon the Purple Poison for the attack boost on Decode, attacking the Dramaturge. So the opponent's looking through what he's gonna do. Decode Talker is like on 3/8, I believe. It's like 2017 Magicians again. So I do a Time Pengraph set. Normal summon Albaz goes to defense because of Baguska. Time Pengraph target the. I should probably just target the Aluba or the Fallen of Albaz instead of the branded in red, but it's what it is. And then Time Star, I activate Time Star's effect to send, because Time Star's effect to send is a continuous effect, so it does not activate. So that's really insane. So it works on the Baguska. Summons Guardian Chimera, then Time Pengraph still resolve, sends Guardian Chimera. Then summons Mirror Jade back from the banish pile, so that's a problem again. Sets a card. I think it's Brandon's Expulsion he sets. Baguska. So we've got one turn now to OTK him, but he's just summoning more fusion monsters, so probably should have scooped sooner, but I decided to carry on. Fusion summons away into the new fusion monster out of Cyberstorm Access. Wisdom Eye, scale Black Fang, add double Iris. And then I believe I'm going to Pendulum Summon. Pendulum Summon 3, 4. That's when I realise I don't have much game 2. Penkel into Oath, Harmonizing and Wisdom to get some scales. I already have Oath and Harmo. Ashes the Harmo. Probably should Ash the Penkel, but it's what it is. Make Baguska, plan B again, add the Pengraph. Then he fusions deployments, so I'm waiting for him to summon a monster. Then he's Super Polys. I'm like, oh, okay, fair enough. Never seen that fusion card before. I think I have D-Barris. I think it's D-Barris, not Time Pengraph. But I wait for the D, because no point activating D-Barris if you've got one fusion. Yeah, it's Time Pengraph. It's not bad D-Barris, sorry. I'm like, do I activate D-Barris? And I'm like, no. He D-Barris me. So I'm like, oh, okay, fair enough. Double Iris. Add back Wisdom. But he hasn't got nothing. I haven't really got much, so I destroyed the Pengraph. I double Ice for the Pengraph, so, and then just get advantage. Put poison in my scale just in case he adds anything, summons anything, and then add Wisdom Eye. And then he adds Fallen of Albaz. Draws, doesn't have access to. I was like, hopefully he doesn't top deck Branded Fusion, but he has Branded in white instead. Summons Mirror Jade. I let him attack. Someone's fusion deployment, Cartesia. I don't think he should have probably, in hindsight, banished the Mirror Jade, banished the Time Pengraph, but I got advantage now, so probably should have lost that game too, but it's what it is. Then I come back, Wisdom Eye, Pendulum Summon 2, 3, 4, 5, 4. Then pop the scales, add 2 for follow up. Then make Enlightenment Paladin. He banishes the Enlightenment Paladin, I believe, with Mirror Jade. And then I make Dark Rebellion to OTK. Joker, Black Fang, half it. So monster back, and then OTK him. Time Star, and then search double Iris for double damage. Probably search for poison, and then I tell him OTK him. So game 3. We're going into time, so you Branded Fusions. He tries to do the Gimmick Puppet lock. I'm reading, I was like, oh no, not the Gimmick Puppet lock. He doesn't. Then he makes Mirror Jade. Mirror Jade, I believe. He makes Mirror Jade pass. I have a Kaiju in hand. No, I couldn't quite him. No, he does. He brandishes expulsions with the gimmick puppet, and then I activate Oath Dragon Wisdom Eye. But I have Timebreaker. I could have won, but it's what it is. Draw. GG's. I have won. This is going into round 3. I'm playing against Scott's Constella deck. He normal summons and adds. I have no clue what Constellas do, so he adds a card and then activates Constella Belt. We draw. Normal summon Joker. And then double ice effect, pot the Pengraph. I think I forgot to search. Activate Pengraph, activate Wisdom, activate Oath. Wisdom Eye pops, puts another double ice skill. Pengraph triggers, we get Harmonizing. Then we pen summon 4 Harmonizing effect to summon White Wing. And then White Wing and double Iris into Omega. And then we go Harmonizing and Wisdom Eye into Time Star effect to search Joker for follow-up. And then we activate double Iris to give Time Star double damage. I think I already drew the Pengraph. That's what it is, because I'm playing 1 in this build. Set Pengraph and go. He activates with Geki Eye Chain, Cypher and Omega to get a card out of the hand. And then he destroys my board. And then I just normal summon Joker, and then he scoops and goes. And then game 2, we're just shuffling our decks. He goes first. He does literal full combo. I have no clue what Constellas do, so I think he makes the new Satella guy. That I think it adds a card or something. Add something else. But I'm in a very good strategy here. I've sided in 3 Timebreaker and the Kaijus, just in case he brings out like some really insane boss monster we can't out. I know Pleiades is in this deck, but yeah. And then he carries on. I'm just like, okay, I've got Timebreaker, so whatever he makes. And he makes M7 and Diamond. I did not read Constella Diamond and what it does. I draw. Was reading it, make sure, see what it does. And so read it again just to make sure I don't make a misplay, but I end up making a misplay anyway. Scale Oath, Wisdom, do the normal combos. Read it again just to make sure. I've read it like 3 times now. Normal Timebreaker. I'm going to activate its effect to try and banish the Diamond. But then he uses Diamond to stop that. Then double Iris to give it double damage, and search Time Pengraft for next turn. Scale Wisdom Eye, Pendulum summon 4, sorry. Wasn't paying attention. Then activate Timebreaker, sorry. And then make Time Star. Did not realise, I forgot about M7. That was on me. And just set Pengraph and go. And then put Black Fang in the scale, so if he destroys my Black Fang, I get a monster, Celestial back from the grave. So I believe he Harvey's Feather Dust me, and I just like, yeah, that's probably game at that point. And then I scoop it up. And go to game. Now on to game 3, and I draw D-Barrier, which is actually insane this matchup. Scale double Iris, search Dauntless Alliance, search Pencool. I think I pitch Black Fang here. Yeah, pitch Black Fang, search Oath and Harmonizing. Pendulum summon Harmonizing effect. Summon White Wing to get out the deck, and then make Time Star, search for Joker. And then I think I leave Joker in hand, set 2 and go, because I have D-Barrier and Time Pengraph. He normal summons. And then adds. And I believe that's one of the new Satella cards. It special summons itself, and then I activate Time Pengraph, target both of them, and that destroys them both and sends the other one. And then he activates the new Constella cards, and then tries to go XE, and then I go D-Barrier, so that puts me in a very good position. Because I have follow-up and stuff like that, but very insane. But yeah, I have no clue what Constellas do, so normal summon Joker, activate effect, search double Wisdom Eye, and then Time Pengraph pop, get the other Pengraph. Oh no, send them both, sorry, I'm not concentrating. Double Iris, give it double damage. Pengraph, Wisdom Eye, Pendulum summon 3. 3, yeah, and then go into Omega, and then Wisdom Eye, put per poison, try and go for lethal, working out if I can OTK here, which I can, I believe. And yeah, that's the game, and it was a very fun game. And yeah, on to round 4. Alright everyone, this is round 4 of the winner box. I'm playing against Sword Soul, and he does normal Sword Soul things, normal Moyi, real token, make Chi Shao. Obviously, I think he's going to search Blackout or banish Blackout. I think he searches Blackout. So his end board is, I think it's like normal Sword Soul combo, like Barone, backed up with a Blackout and stuff like that. So we're not in a very, we lost the die roll, so we're not in a very good good place as it is at the moment with our hand. We've opened D barrier. Oh, he makes long one. Oh yeah, because he's locked into worms because of Ashuna. So then it's quite an intimidating board against Pendulum. So little by little, we have to play this out really well. So firstly, I believe I normal per poison to try and out the board, because if I go into battle, attack into long one, poison effect to destroy the long one. So that gets rid of that, so that makes my Pendulum scales free a little bit more, but I still know he has the Blackout, so I activate Double Iris and Sorcerer to see if he takes the bait, and he did. So Magic Scales, and then I get to search Pengraph, so I'm going to add Star Pengraph here. And I believe we have Wisdom Eye in hand as well. So Star Pengraph, Double Scales, Wisdom Eye, Scale Double Iris, add Harmonizing, then I go Pendulum Summon 2, Sorcerer and Harmonizing to get the Pendulum Sorcerer at the scale, so pop Double Iris and get the Pengraph. So Lucaris will still combo in, summon Poison to get in the graveyard, add Celestial and Joker follow up, then we add Pengraph as well, then we make Baguska, because Sword Soul can't really out Baguska without Bashuda, and then set 2, activate Celestial, and then at the end of the main phase he Nibiru's me, so I'm like, okay, that's fine. Make token, get token. It's a pretty massive token, just trying to work out the stats on it. But yeah, that was kind of unfortunate, but at least we broke the Sword Soul board, so kind of happy with that. He draws. I'm thinking, oh, I'm pretty much lost here. But then I realised I forgot I opened up D barrier, so he Norse activates long one, summons token, then I chain D barrier and activate Synchro. It's probably the one matchup this weekend that that D barrier come in handy. And against Constellas, he activates Ashuna's, trying to get Fushida in rotation. That gives me a time, and we still got token. I think that token's like really massive defense. So just trying to think. He's trying. You forgot the Sword Soul token. You can't go into your extra deck. You can't link summon without, well, the Sword tokens on the board. So he heavenly cycles specials for Ashuna. So he's just trying to attack for damage, and makes Monk, returns the token, tries to attack for damage. Activate Pengraph to get rid of Celestial and Nibiru, and then I search for a Wisdom Eye, I believe, yeah, for follow up. So I got Joker and Wisdom Eye, so I know I'm in a very, very good spot right now. So draw. I normal summon Joker. Depends what he has his hand. No Ash, so add Oath. We've got everything in full rotation. Wisdom Eye pop. I think I activate Black Fang. Yeah, Black Fang to get Magician back from the grave. Very insane game, really insane. I could add Oath Dragon, can add back Harmonizing. So didn't need to search Harmonizing. Then I Pendulum Summon 1, 2, 3, and then Harmonizing summons Double Iris, and I believe I make the Synchro 8, the Clear Wing to Regeki his board, and then activate Celestial so he can activate monster effects, and I get a Pendulum search at the end. But I think we OTK him anyway. Just trying to think now what to do. Then I make a Mega to loop the other card out of his hand, and then a Mega effect to loop the long one. He opened up 3 long ones. Game 2, he goes first, activates Pot Desires, draws 2. This game is like Sword Soul is like really insane going first. He does Sword Soul combos. Ashu just does all the combos and stuff, but I believe our hand was like actually insane. I think it's like Time Breaker, Purple Poison. So it's like actually really good at hand. But he does normal Sword Soul things. Came third yesterday's tournament when I was recording this with second place for Sword Soul, so that was quite fun. So I kind of know how the deck works. But long one, I think he makes Barone here. No, yeah, Barone. So that's really insane. You can still extend. Then he has 3 long one to make another level 10. The I don't know what's called. Is it King Long or something? And then sets 1, sets 2. So I know the blackout there. During standby, anti-spell fragrance that basically wins the game. Going into game 3, I've actually bricked activate double iris, Doors Alliance. My hand is awful. The ashes, and then that pretty much set double iris and Doors and a mysterious card. So he normal summons Ecclesia. I think he has like 4 combo. Moyi, reveal, Shuna, and then summons token, and then ID barrier. I think he still summons activates Shuna from hand, and then summons Vashuda for damage. So it's actually a set double iris, which is actually really insane. So I could get a Pengraph if he tries to destroy it. Yeah, so search Pengraph. So my hand, I think it was like Black Fang in hand as well. So I got 2 8 scales, a draw. Top deck Joker. It's pretty insane top deck. Obviously search Wisdom Eye, get it in rotation. Wisdom Eye, set Oath, Star Pengraph. Add Harmonizing. I think I Oath Dragon add back as well. Yep, and then Pen Summon 4. Oh no, give it double damage first. Time Pengraph. So I can get follow up. And I go 1. Activate Wisdom Eye 1, 2, 3. Effect. Summon White Wing, I believe. And then I make the Regeki again. I think I do. Yeah, I make the Regeki again. No, I make a Mega. So I can loop a card at its hand and then activate Celestial, so you can't activate like Nibiru or anything like that. And then I make Time Star. Send Celestial, add Black Fang. So I can summon another magician from deck from grave to make another rank 4. Black Fang. Half Moyi, summon Celestial. Also, I make Dweller here because I know the Tengies. The only way he outs my board, like my Pengraph and stuff, is with the Tengies. So go battle phase, attack over the token, attack over Moyi, and then attack over Vashuda. Set a card. I should have played around that set card is Imperm. I should have played around the Imperm. I totally forgot about it. So that was completely on me. So I changed Dweller during the standby. He didn't know about Dweller was a lingering effect, so he goes Moyi, and then he goes Reveal, and then he goes Imperm. Because he didn't realise that Dweller was a lingering effect, so turns off my Time Pengraph. Then I was explaining to him that Dweller is a lingering effect, so I think if he'd Imperm my Dweller, I'd pretty much lose that game. So then I think he makes Chi-Shao, adds long one, I think he makes Barone here, and then long one burns me for 12, and then make Barone. I think he pops a card. I think he pops my Time Star. Dweller, and then I think I'm still on life. So I got a Mega to come back. Long one goes back to his hand, and then I activate Black Fang effect to half his Barone. To try and get the negate out. Summon a Celestial, so you cannot activate monster effects because I control a Synchro. So I activate Celestial. He has to change Chi-Shao, which is understandable. And then normal summon Joker, add Wisdom Eye, and then carry on to do full combo. But it was a very good game. I should have played around the Imperm column. That's something I can learn from this game. So make the Dark Rebellion, go into battle phase, makes it 0. I think it's on like 6-5-3, and then. Alright everyone, just got back from locals. The winner box, it was 5 rounds. This is my final thoughts on the deck. The deck overperformed. Still missing some bits and bolts for the side deck.
and the main deck, but I'll get into that now, show you what cards I'm probably going to take out and what I'm going to side and stuff. These all pretty standard today. These worked out really well, just really insane. Just overperformed. Pure Poison, Black Fang, Pendulum Sorcerer, Joker, Celestial, and White Wing. If I was to make a change going forward, I would probably, because Drolls, I might bump White Wing to 3. There was a time today where, obviously, because there's a lot of hand traps in the format at the moment, and if you open Joker and White Wing, for example, just for a niche scenario, if you normal summon Joker and you scale White Wing, if they try to affect Veiler, you can use the effect of White Wing's Pendulum scale. It says when a dark spellcaster is targeted by when a activated card or effect that targets a dark spellcaster monster, you can destroy it. So yeah, it protects you from like Veiler and stuff, Imperm as well. Then your Joker fully resolves. You just add Wisdom and stuff and carry on. But yeah, this card's really insane. I'm up bumped to 3. Needs more testing. Yeah, pretty standard. Also a neat combo with Celestial. For example, if you have Omega, so for example, you loop a card out of your opponent's hand, Omega comes back, you normal summon Celestial, you can activate Celestial's effect because you control a Synchro Monster. Your opponent cannot hand trap you because Celestial reads, if you control a Synchro Monster, your opponent cannot activate monster effects. So like your pen calls free to resolve, you're not hurt by like Droll and stuff as well. So that's just another good scenario for the Celestial. So I played 3 Doris Alliance and 3 pen call, along with 1 Star Pengraph, 1 Time Pengraph. So my only I'm probably going to bump these 2 back up to 2. With Ash Blossom running around at the moment and Droll and stuff like that, I think maybe dropping pen call to 1 might be a good thing, because if you don't open a specific hand, this card is kind of like not that good. But unless like I get Gamma, I think Gamma might be a card I get. But I think I need to make the deck kind of play around Droll. But obviously sometimes hands don't allow that. So might be more testing and stuff. But Droll and Ash at the moment like hurt this deck. So I found that today, along with like Gamma as well. Like, but Droll and Ash, that was like the big ones, big hand traps today that hurt me quite a lot. And I played 3D Bearer. The one time I seen this today, I won me against Sword Soul. This card's insane, and won me against Constellar as well. Probably might move this to the side. I'm not too sure yet, but yeah, pretty good. For the side, these never came in. Probably going to get some more side deck cards for the next series episode. 3 Kaijus and Timebreaker. These are like your really insane cards. The Kaijus are really insane against branded, on the branded players. We went into time and I had a Kaiju for his Mirror Jade, but we drew that game, but it's what it is. This card, Timebreaker, is really insane. I may main deck it going forward as a one-of, but yeah. And these 2 will probably be main deck going forward. So extra unclode decode. Decode's really good. Made this a couple of times, but I think I need another link too, that points downward twice. Some more links and stuff like that. 3 Enlightenment Paladin. I think I made this once. Clear Wing's insane. 3 Time Star, 1 Tornado, 1 Supreme King Dark Rebellion. This card, I'm probably going to get second. 1 Dweller and 1 Omega. This was pretty insane all day. I think going forward I'm going to improve the extra deck as well, but yeah. Alright guys, so my matchups today were round 1 I played against live twin, and I lost because he opened Harvey's Feather Duster in the 2 games. Round 2 I drew with Branded. That was a very good game. Round 3 I won against Constella. Round 4 I won against Sortor. That was a very interesting game. Obviously you've probably seen the games before this part of the video. And then round 5 I lost to Frankie, but I could get the footage because my camera, I forgot the charger and my camera ran out of battery. So yeah, I think it's time we open our prize packs to see what we got. And yeah. Alright everyone, so we completed our challenge today, so we get to add Perform Power Monkey Board to our deck. One of the goals of this episode was to win 1 game. We won 1 game, so proud, was so happy to win. But yeah, we can add more consistency to our deck and stuff like that. So I came 9th. For the prize entries today, we got 2 OTS packs, OTS 21, and 2 Darkwing Blast packs as well. So I'll open them up and see what we get. Common, super, fine. Nothing in there, not really. Hopefully we can pull something really good to add to, so we can sell to add to our budget in the next episode, so we'll find out now. Another one. Nothing. That's fine. So let's find out what we got from our OTS packs. We got Galaxy Expedition. That might be worth a bit. I'll have to check. The Contact and the Light of Branded. And for the other OTS pack we have, Floodgate and Rescue Ace. I think it's might be worth like £1 or 2, but I'll check. See how much some of this stuff is worth, and then add to the budget. For next week we've got really nothing from our packs, but oh well. Alright guys, thanks for watching.